One of the first things you're greeted with on this trail is this stream that's to my left, which I fell in love with the last time I was here. And I believe it must feed into the Housatonic River, which greets you right at the trailhead when you pull in on the other side of the road. But it's such a lovely flowing stream with some intensity behind it. So one of the tips that Matt Jobin gave me when I feel like I can't find the trail or I don't see the trail, which seems like an obvious tip, but I'm just your average Jill. He always said to look at the terrain, kind of take a pause and look at the terrain, because you can always see the erosion, especially on a well-hiked trail. Even if it's leaf covered, you'll see the erosion of the hikers. This is the section of the trail that does overlap with the Appalachian Trail. So the white blazes are what's marking the AT, and the blue trail is the Pine Knob Trail. So it's a pretty big stretch. I'm going to say maybe it's about a third of the miles of this loop. And of course I can't remember how many miles this loop is, but about a third of it overlaps the AT. I'm standing at the highest point of the Pine Knob Trail. It's about 984 feet in elevation. And it's such a beautiful view of, you can see that must be the ski trails on Mohawk Mountain. And you can see the birds. I'm going to guess those are vultures. They catch the wind. It's really neat to watch how they catch pockets of wind and they just glide, and it's so peaceful to watch. So as beautiful as this is, because it's getting the sun and it's just the warmth of the rocks, it's just so amazing right here. But I've made this mistake before where I've stopped and I've stood in the sun because it feels amazing, and then I venture off where there's more tree canopy and not as much sun, and I freeze. So I soaked in what I could, and I will be on my way. So in about 1/10 of a mile or so is where the Appalachian Trail is going to split from the Pine Knob Trail. I'm going to have to take a right. And here we go. It's clearly marked. And now I do remember this point. So as I thought, this right keeps me on the Pine Knob Loop Trail, and if I take a left, that would continue north on the AT. All right, this definitely looks like the trail, but it does a switchback right here, and I can't believe that they wouldn't put a blaze where it takes that sharp of a corner, but clearly, or this could just be where water washes away, so it's looking like the trail. But I see a blue blaze, so I was right. Wow, that's kind of tricky though, and I don't see any down trees that may have had that, but that's kind of tricky because you definitely make a right turn here and there's no blaze. So that's why I get lost out here, people. So apparently this is where it's at. I walked up about 25 feet and the trail actually comes out onto rock, so you can see there's a blaze right below me painted on the rock. But this is obviously where it opens up, and the view is just spectacular. Hey, what is that over there? It's like could it be a bathroom? I may have to go check that out. It's like a little, I'm almost afraid to get a little too close but it's definitely running water through it. See the pipes that are coming out the bottom? Or I wonder if it's like a house of some sort for some type, or some habitat for something. It's got a lock on the door. It's got that little window that you could tell had a screen on it, but now it's been ripped open, so it could be the home for little critters. Wow, check out, that was a hawk, I think. Wow, that hawk just swooped down, got something out of the stream, and took off. That was pretty cool.